This is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today we're going to be talking about Facebook. For the last few days, there has been a lot of news coming out that Meta is Facebook's new name. Um, Meta is losing followers. Uh, they are their stock went down. They may start layoff soon, or maybe layoff are already started for a lot of their offices. So we kind of want to look around what's going on, what's going to happen to Facebook in the next 6 months. Now, a good place to go in finding a good summary about what's happening to Facebook right now will be to check out Dr. Steve Turley's YouTube channel. He's very good at explaining the news, what current events, uh, pretty well. So you may want to take a look. Now, uh, I'm not surprised in a sense because of Facebook has been censoring people for a while, and I don't know if you guys remember Mark Zuckerberg's interview with Joe Rogan not long ago, where he admitted that he was working hand in hand with the government, the FBI, in suppressing the Hunter Biden laptops. So, and obviously the censorship going on can be another. I mean, it's a lot going on with Facebook. So let's take a look and see what to expect. What from Facebook Meta in the next 6 months. So before I go any further, I'm going to be using the Astrometrics Tarot. It's a very modern take on the Rider-Waite. So let's take a look and see what to expect from Facebook, or Meta, the new name, in the next 6 months. So what does the card want to tell us about that? So, yeah. To expect from Meta, also known as Facebook, in the next 6 months. Okay. Well, let's go to that. Time, shuffle. Cut. So I'm going to be using the katana sword. Janine Maurijo's use it a lot, along with Lee's Tarot and um, I forgot her name. Okay. So Nine of Wands, King of Cups, Four of Wands in the past, Two of Swords in the present, Ace of Wands. There's a lot of wands here going about, huh? So what's going to happen to Facebook in the next 6 months? Okay, the Sun as a clarification, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a lot of Knights, Wands going on. That's such an interesting. So with the Knight of Wands, is, you see this a warrior. He looks like an MMA fighter, right? Who's uh, he looks that he's beaten, but he's still willing to fight, willing to push through, and willing to stand his ground. So this kind of looked like Facebook is almost on his last leg. And the reason why I'm saying that, this is the Knight of Wands, and immediately in the night after the Knight of Wands is the 10. All tens are ending. So this is his last stand, apparently, with Facebook. And it's so I'm not gonna be surprised if Facebook is either gonna fall or things gonna change for say Facebook significantly with that 9 of Wands. So what's gonna happen in the next 9 months? They might try to hold on as best as they could, but it looks like they're like 1 away from ending their reign of terror, right? And with the sun underneath, tells me that a lot of information, revelation is going to come uh, about how Facebook has been abusing their power. So you and I, looking at this post, probably have some idea of what's been happening, but a lot of people who have not been catching the news, and really, they're going to be surprised when they find out the full extent of information, especially about children as well, how they have allowed pornography to take root in Facebook. I mean, all that information is going to come to light with this sun. So it's good that, the truth is coming out. So that's promising. So with the Knight of Cups, what's moving Facebook? They're gonna be things gonna move with them for them. All nights are movement. What moves them is emotion. So a lot of these people, they have been very Facebook have been very idealistic. Oh wow, excuse me. Excuse 1 second. Facebook has been very idealistic. So that's what drove them. It was not really profit, but their ideology. And we could see that because of their so what have been moving their reason, or their ideology has been moving them. So all cups, or emotion, or ideals, or what moved them is their idealism, is their emotion. So we're not surprised the way that they have been managing the company. They don't care about the profit. They are thinking about sticking to their ideology. So we've seen that throughout. So this is interesting. So that's what's been moving them all this time. And that's interesting that the card that appears underneath is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Knight of Pentacles is also movement. All knights are movement. This is driven by their emotion, and this is driven by facts, information, resources, real. So as if, yes, right now it appears that Facebook is moved by their emotion, but eventually they're gonna have to change, and they're gonna have to look at profit, look at their resources, and also they're gonna have to look at facts, whether they want to or not, because this card speak to that. They're gonna have to be moved. They're gonna have to change strategy like pretty fast if they want to survive. So Knight of Pentacles speaks to that. And usually to build something that trust, facts, resources, those takes time. So with the Knight of Pentacles, it's gonna take some time for Facebook to try to build itself back again. So they're moving in that process. So they're gonna that tells me there might be some change in either management, or they're gonna have to be some change of sort to switch over from the being an idealistic company to being a company that makes profit. So that's that's interesting in itself. So in the past, Four of Wands. So Four of Wands, uh, hmm, there was a breakthrough in. So Four of Wands, if you look at it, is there's a breakthrough happening. I'm guessing probably in the background there probably was a change in the company that occurred, and I don't know, maybe it was a change of management, or because Four of Wands is usually a card that tells you that steps had to. So yeah, the Four of Wands tells me that certain steps had to be made in order to get to that celebration, in order to get to that union, into that comfortable and happy place. So that tells me that either there was capitulation that occurred, or there was change of management. Um, because there was a period of a time where a lot of CEOs and top executives were either resigning, or um, uh, stepping down, or mysteriously quote unquote passed. So that kind of alludes to this. Um, Maybe a lot of the top executive in Facebook had such change in management in the background, unbeknownst to us. So that's interesting. Now with the Two of Swords, right now, oh wow, sorry about that. With the Two of Swords, it's as if Facebook is probably in denial, or the majority of the people in Facebook. I don't think they realize that there are changes coming. So as you see, this person is right there where there's two competing idea. So the one competing idea, and they're blind, and they don't want to face what is coming. The first and so all swords or truths, truths and thoughts, words, information, ideals, right? Or spiritual ideals. That's another way of looking at it. The first one is, so the first idea is, you know, um, the idealistic way that they're uh, holding on to the company or managing the company is not working. And the other idea is that they have to change. They have to attract more users uh, to be sustainable. So they at they have to make a decision. They're at a point where they at the somewhat what as a crossroad somewhat as a at the crossroad where they will have to make a decision. You cannot just sit around, you know, blinded and not face the truth. So you're gonna have to Facebook's gonna have to make a decision on what they want, you know, uh, uh, to move away from the situation that they are right now. So this is where they are. They're stuck. They're stuck. Don't seem that they want to accept the situation that they are pretty much on their last leg because of their ideology. And so, uh, future outcome is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a beautiful card. All wands are can represent growth. It can represent a burst of inspiration, a burst of rejuvenation. Well, it could also be anger as well. But in this particular situation, it appears that there's going to be some changes, major changes going forward in the next 6 months for Facebook. This Ace of Wands is telling me that there's going to be a burst of inspiration, creativity, uh, growth, change happening for Facebook in the next 6 months, and maybe to a year, because of Ace of Wands, it usually takes a year for all of their steps to come through or to be implemented. So that's That's beautiful. So with the Knight of Pentacle, that tells me that the change is gonna be a little slow moving. Well, which kind of makes sense because the next 6 months, because all nights are movement, so there's gonna be the change is gonna be a little slow moving because of the Pentacle. Pentacle takes time, it takes weeks, months, but it's always the wishes destination. It's not a flaky card because it's the earth sign. All earth sign are very stubborn. They're very long term. They're very and practical in their pursuit. So with this Ace of Wands, not only there's gonna be new change, new bursts of energy, new creative. So yeah, with that uh, Knight of Pentacle, change is gonna be happening on a slow pace, but it is all nights or movement. So that change is gonna occur, but it's gonna take some time because the Earth sign is a little slow, but it always reaches destination because it's very practical. It's very analytical. It takes their time, and they're not in a rush. Everything's gonna be done right. So that's what's great about the Knight of Pentacle. It is not flaky like the other knights, so it always reaches destination. So that's what's great about it. And then Sun. So I think along the way, there's that. So I think that not only ooh, so the Sun card, I think that tells us not only there's going to be revelation about Facebook, uh, but also there's gonna be it's gonna feel different. It's gonna be that burst of creativity, a burst of joy. I mean, it's such an interesting feel about it. It's like things will get better somehow for Facebook. So that feels that maybe Facebook will change. I don't know if Meta or Facebook, the name is gonna stay the same, but it looks like it's gonna be different somehow. uh, is going to be more creative, more, you know, it, something more inspired and something more earthbound. Earthbound meaning more practical, more approachable. And with that Sun card, happiness, more content. It's going to be more information. It's going to illuminate more truth around what's happening. So it looks like Facebook is gonna change for the better in the next 6 months. So let's stick to more cards. Oh yeah, with the Six of Sword and the Ten of Sword. Oh wow. So that tells me that in the next few days, or weeks to come, uh, a lot of people are gonna really be turned away, disgusted with Facebook with that six, or leaving something trauma behind, leaving like something really bad behind, into moving through troubled waters and going somewhere that is safer, that is nicer. So that tells me that a lot of information about Facebook, because all swords or thoughts and words or information or facts or you know uh, a lot more information is going to come out of Facebook about their dealings, about their processes, and then their regulation and censorship. And a lot of people are going to be very disgusted, meaning people who are not have not been aware, like the general population, and they're going to be really turned away. And resulting from that, Facebook is going to fall. Facebook is going to, like a better word, die, because all tens are ending uh, due to their own doing. They were not being ethical, they were not being righteous, they were basically acting the fool. And as a result, they're gonna have to die by their own sword. Basically, you know, they made the bed, they're gonna have to lay on it. And all these swords represent all the different tactics that they use in order to censor, in order to hurt, and in order to, uh, not tell the truth. So Facebook is gonna die eventually, and it looks like something else is probably going to emerge. So it's probably not even going to call Facebook on Meta in the near future. It might have a name or a completely different look uh, from this. So that's that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So thank you everybody for sticking to this video. I appreciate you, your time, and again, I am desperate for the attention. Please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.